Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not I'm Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to have a look at this beautiful alpha Disenchant together with me. Yes folks, I am adding another alpha card to my very small alpha collection. Alpha is something super special, and while we are looking at this beautiful near mint alpha Disenchant, I would like to talk a little bit about vintage, about the vintage market. Is it dead? Is the channel dead? Because this is actually how the channel started. This setup, like a playmat, a card, and just talking about it, and talking about how awesome it is, and talking about how much history this card has for me. And maybe because of the vintage market and the vintage market being a little bit out of favor, my channel is a little bit out of favor as well. And in the end, honestly folks, I don't fucking care. As you know, you are watching this, I'm thankful for it. Leave a like, leave a comment, and we're getting back on track eventually. At least I hope so. And if not, if there's at least one person looking at it, I'm gonna keep making those videos. But it's super weird. This used to be the stuff people were getting excited about. It's just a common, I know, but it's a 90 euro common, or around $100. Let's say $100, right? Near mint. If it's not near mint, then we're talking about a little bit of a different price. I saw like plate ones, light plate ones for around 50-60 bucks. Still 50-60 bucks for a common. Why? Because it's alpha. It's the very first print. It's one of the first Magic the Gathering cards out there. And that is fucking cool because it's a piece of history. Rudy always calls it museum quality pieces. And honestly, I think he is right. These cards don't come back in this form. Of course there will be Disenchants printed. Maybe even one day with Amy Weber's super iconic card. This was a card we all played back in the day. This was a card you knew from across the table. You knew what it did. You knew what you could do with it in your deck. And that's why we got excited about it. Because every deck would use such a card. Every deck that wants to get rid of enchantments or wants to get rid of artifacts. This card is pretty much essential. That's why I bought it, by the way. I might want to put it in one of my vintage decks. But in the end, folks, these cards are out of favor. Who is crazy enough to pay $100 except for me and Rudy maybe? I don't want to compare myself to Rudy. I don't have the capital. But if I can buy some old stuff, I normally do. As you know, I'm focusing on artist proofs and unlimited at the moment to complete my unlimited set and my Antiquities artist proof set. But I felt the need, not the need for speed, but the need to get an old card like this. Because it has been a while. I felt the need to do this setup because it has been a while. I felt the need to just talk about this beautiful Disenchant and what it represents, how it looks like. Just, I mean, everybody knows this, right? It's like a dragon-like feature on like a symbol on something. Everybody makes something different out of this. And it's going to be cast away from this world. It's going to be disenchanted. Back in the day, I even thought this was like one of those fossils, you know, that the artifact that was disenchanted got imprinted to. And that fossil was found, and somebody found that somebody else was disenchanting a creature or whatever. It is all open to interpretation, and that's what these old cards are about, at least for me. I don't know how it's about you. Folks, I understand that this is not the talk of the day. I understand that nobody cares about this, or almost nobody. On this channel there is a high percentage of viewers, I know, that actually care about the old cards, because they grew up with them. Will this be a card people get excited about? I mean, my son is 13 years old. And just to give you a comparison, I bought this recently, because he's really looking forward to Marvel Spider-Man set. This is about the same price as this, maybe even a little less expensive. A couple of cards only. If you tell me, Jürgen, what would you prefer? I always will go for the Disenchant, because I think it's fucking cool. My son will always go for Marvel cards, because he thinks they are fucking cool, and he's a Deadpool fan, and he's a Spider-Man fan. And that's okay. It's not the same. The weird thing to me is that it's roughly the same price. But okay, it's what people want. So that is what we are facing nowadays. The younger generation is getting excited about this. The older generation might get excited about this, and even then less and less people will get excited about the Disenchant. It is what it is, folks. Maybe in like 5 years this is only worth 50 cents, because all the alpha cards are not worth anything. They are not worth shit, because people don't care anymore, and the stupid Deadpool cards, because they haven't been reprinted, are up to like 150 per Deadpool or whatever, and then we are all looking stupid. But who cares? It's about what you like. It's about what you get enthusiastic about. It's about what you enjoy, and for me it's old cards I can relate to. It's old cards I can put in my vintage deck next to my Unlimited Power 9, next to my Library of Alexandria, next to my Mishra's Workshop. It doesn't matter. I love these cards, and I'm happy to pay $100 for a near mint version. Let's have a look at the Disenchant. Yeah, I have to be careful. I cut my finger. Don't ask me how. How, Jürgen? How did you cut your finger? I said, don't ask me how. It was a stupid action. But I don't want to, of course, ruin the card. As you can see, it's very much off-centered to the right, which normally I don't care about. I don't grade my cards. I don't really like, at least the cards that go into a deck. I don't see the making it sense that I should grade them. So for me, the off-centered to the right card, off-centering to the right, that is how you say it. I'm too enthusiastic, you hear it. The off-centering to the right for me is not that important, or that it's off-centered to the right is not that important. To me, the quality and the condition of the card is very important. And as you can see, this is excellent. There's a little bit of whitening up here. There's a little bit of whitening in the corner down here, but really almost nothing. But if you look at the surface, and if you look at the borders or the edges, except for the corners, which even then they are folded pretty heavily as it is alpha, you know. That's why that could be as well. If you look at that, even I think the corners would get a very high grade. The centering probably not, but the rest probably would. And the edges, yeah, very good. Maybe it's just very good or excellent or how you want to call it, and not near mint, but it was sold as near mint, and honestly, yeah, I can't argue with that very much. You could say that it maybe would have been like $10 cheaper, but if you would have complained about the edges or whatever, but in the end, I don't mind. Folks, I don't want to drag this out too long. We're looking at one card. I just wanted to make sure that you know that this channel is looking at cards like this. I'm gonna open Spider-Man boxes because my son loves it. And honestly, I like Spider-Man as well. Why the fuck wouldn't I want to play with Spider-Man? I could say it doesn't have a place in the Magic the Gathering universe, but don't put a Deadpool card in your vintage deck with alpha cards like this. That's not what I would do. If you want to do it, fair enough, do it. But personally, I won't do this. I am also getting very excited about old cards. I'm getting excited about vintage. I'm getting excited about all nerd stuff, as you know. But this is how it started. Alpha, beta, unlimited antiquities. This is still where my passion is, and this is still where my main focus is in general when I buy cards. And that's okay, folks. That's really okay. You don't have to follow it. You can buy modern stuff. You can enjoy a box of Dragons of Tarkir, Tarkir Dragonstorm, as I did. Play it with your friends. All good. You don't have to like alpha. But if you are looking for something authentic from the very first set, cards like this, in my opinion, playable cards like this, Fireball, Disintegrate, Dark Ritual, Disenchant, cards like this, Counterspell, I mean that's an uncommon, but all the other ones were commons I mentioned. These cards will forever be in the heart of the players, in my opinion. Just do whatever you like and enjoy Magic the Gathering the way you want to enjoy it. Rambled on for way too long, folks. It is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. And leave a comment. It really helps the channel. The interaction is high and still the views are very low. So thanks for everybody who is here. Thanks to everybody who is here and comments and likes. I don't know why that doesn't help the algorithm at all at the moment, but keep doing it. Maybe one day it does. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. I talk to you next time. Bye bye.